An update now on a story we first brought you in January. But first, a warning. Some of the images you're about to see may be offensive. They're the disturbing images that prompted a massive social media campaign, petitions, and an OSPCA petition captured on film by visitors to Windrift Adventures, a dog sledding center in Moonstone. They showed what appeared to be an injured dog and heartbreaking living conditions. The OSPCA seemed to support those views and last month issued statements about orders levied against the company. But video obtained by City News shows some staff at Ontario's Animal Cruelty Prevention Society, namely the investigating officers, don't support the OSPCA's public statements.
The number one thing we were frustrated with was obviously the context in which the orders that were written were not described appropriately, right? In terms of it was not about providing water, it was about providing spill food containers, right? Yes, it was not about providing food, it was about supplementing what you're already providing based on vet recommendations, not because there's concern for them not having food. So those are all things we've addressed internally.
The video was taken days after the OSPCA issued a media release and a fundraising letter, which read, orders were issued under the authority of provincial animal welfare legislation. The orders include requirements to provide adequate insulated shelter, clean, potable water, and appropriate feed, as well as veterinarian assessment of the dogs. The investigating officers say that was an exaggeration and tell the owners of the kennel that if they had seen it first, they would have challenged the content.
We would have been able to correct these mistakes.
Well,
right?
yes, even just exactly.
Windrift's owners, who have not been charged, say they started recording all interactions with the OSPCA after the damning release was issued.
It absolutely hung us out to dry and was just absolutely misleading. So when they did their inspection the day before, they left, and we were fully expecting them to write a positive release saying that, there's no problems, our dogs are not neglected or abused or anything like that. It makes us feel like we've been stabbed in the back. It has also made us not really trust what's happening with the OSPCA, so that's why we now have to videotape any inspections that occur.
In a statement, an OSPCA spokesperson writes, the opinions of the officers in this video do not represent the views of the organization and are entirely concerning to the Ontario SPCA. Disciplinary action is being taken, including removing these officers from the investigation. The Ontario SPCA will continue our investigation of Windrift Kennels until we are assured that the standards of care for the dogs are being met and a plan is in place to maintain care for the dogs. Spottiswoode tells us that Koi, the injured dog that sparked off the controversy, has healed and is running and playing again. She also says that all orders have been complied with, but that the OSPCA has not sent over a final investigator to close the file, nor is the organization returning their calls.